Are you alright?
Yeah, man.
Title's over now, isn't it? Is it over or not? Declan said it's still.
Why we're not even addressing the man's engagement?
Oh yes! Oh my God!
We're just leaving it there.
I had a comeback though. I was going to say, you know what, I want the real trophy. So
You want the prize. You want the prize. Yeah.
I'm good. Nah.
So if you don't know, guys, our main man Joel Bayer has proposed. Yeah.
Yes.
And he got given a yes.
Yeah, boy.
Given a yes, you know.
Yeah, it was risky.
It wasn't a guarantee, was it?
Yeah.
It's never a guarantee.
Signed the contract.
What was it like?
What's
How
that
did you set it
Love you,
up?
babe.
How did you set it up?
You know what? I went to a restaurant, right? Tea House. Shout out to Tea House.
Got my sorted out free.
Yeah. Definitely got sorted out for free. Tea House, Kensington, Chelsea. You got to check it out.
Right.
And they had me downstairs.
Bougie.
Yeah, nice.
Did she have any idea or anything?
No idea.
Tears?
Idea. Yeah, she started crying. It was light tears.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Like
she's not supposed to.
She meant to cry, no? If she didn't cry, I'd be concerned.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
She was just like, I can't believe it, and she's all like shaking, and I'm like, you got to calm down because we're filming this kind of thing. But
Content always, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Guys, let her enjoy the moment, bro.
Nah, she did, and
See you at the wedding.
mate, it's been crazy ever since.
So when's the wedding? Is there wedding? Their plans?
August.
Is it?
This year?
Yeah. It's abroad though.
Is it?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means no
that
people
means
invited.
That
That
means you
means
can't come.
that we ain't going.
abroad.
That means that's a boom.
It's abroad though, like you're not allowed to travel.
I saw messages from people like, I can't wait to be there. I'm thinking,
It's abroad. That's it. That's the answer.
It's
mate,
August.
you gave me the idea.
Yeah, but you know, energy. You get that. Oh, I can't wait for the wedding. It's gonna be unbelievable. Congratulations. You go. Yeah, when's the wedding? Yeah, it's in August. Yeah, it's abroad. Oh, yeah, have a good one. Have a good one.
yeah,
People
well,
ain't coming. So you'll filter out a lot of the rubbish. No, it's good.
Yeah, you did yours abroad as well.
Yeah, I've done mine for that reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Experience.
Yeah, man.
Experience.
Didn't you?
You're joking.
We weren't as close then. You know what? I'm looking forward to this episode today. There's a few reasons. We'll get into why. But United obviously drawing 1-1 with your boys, basically kind of finishing your title hopes.
It's ridiculous.
We'll get into that. And we're here also with Mr. Joleon Lescott, England under-21 coach, former Man City player, Premier League winner, many different cups.
It's funny, yeah,
but he's
because
here.
he's being polite now. Every time you're not here, he keeps saying, Joleon's got my medal, boy. He's got my medal. He's got to give me back my medal.
No, if it happens, if it happens, you've got to give me the medal, innit?
Give the medal, bro. I'm not giving you the bonus. We've been through it. I'm not giving the bonus.
He keeps saying he's going to end up on your doorstep.
I got security, man. I got security for that.
Anyway, let's get on to Manchester United. Ruben Amorim admitted he tweaked the setup to avoid reliance on man-to-man high press because number one, right, Casemiro is more comfortable on a low block, he said, and number two, PSV showed how Arsenal can rip up sides, like rip up these sides. Yeah. Now, Rio, like, first of all, did you like that? Because I don't like the fact that they're using this term tweak. The way he was apologising and stuff like that, it sounds to me like he's gone back on his principles.
I think that's why he's apologising, because he was so strong on his principles at the beginning when he came in, that it's been actually his undoing to a certain point. And we've been sitting there for how long going, do you know what, you've got to tweak it a little bit. No one's saying go away from your principles, just that tweak it a little bit to get results, to build a bit of confidence. And because these players have played a particular way before and failed. So yes, you want the manager to have his stamp on the team, but there's got to be an idea that actually you've got to play what's in front of you as well. Play to your opposition. Do you know what I mean?
I don't. What are you saying, that he shouldn't apologise, or it's bad that he has changed?
No, I reckon he should have changed from the get-go. Like, I think he's held on too much due to ego and being stubborn. Even if you look at the facts, Jordan, really quickly, you got Casemiro won more tackles yesterday, 9. Yeah, more than any other midfielder on the pitch combined, which was 8. And no player has won more in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, listen.
You're now playing to what suits your players.
You're playing to his strength. That's his strength.
There has to be a period where you'd say he may have got it wrong in certain games, but obviously he's going to be confident enough in his team. But yeah, he's got to change it. He had to change it. Like, we spoke about it on Saturday with Nuno. He's like, he's probably the only coach that doesn't want to play the subscribed great football.
Yeah, the Forest team.
I'm going to play a style that suits the players I've got, and not enough coaches do that.
No,
there's way too many coaches, I believe, auditioning for another job with the squad they have. I can play this style. And
did Company do that a little bit? I
think he did it at the start. I'm not saying did it, but I think he just thought he could continue that style. But he definitely adapted. Like, I don't think he probably would have watched the Burnley second half of the season, but he changed a lot. He wasn't still trying to do what, say, Russell Martin was doing at Southampton. He was like, oh, no, we need to change this. And because these players aren't capable of doing this at this level. So there's definitely not enough coaches that do that.
I think Amorim's gone into the place and gone, I'm going to play my side of football. And all of a sudden, it's took him, I think, too long to realise, actually, these players, I want to go back to the same point, these players physically can't do what I want them to do, let alone tactically, physically. They can't do what I need them to do. So, and he's just been a bit stubborn, I think. And he's almost dying on his sword when he's actually gone, and I don't know if someone's had a word with him and gone, you know what, actually, you might just need to get through the end of the season and build a little bit of confidence. Just tweak some things here and there, swallow your pride, but remain true to your principles.
Yeah, but again, the fact that he referenced the PSV game shows that he's learning, like he must have learnt from that. He probably hasn't seen that in the Premier League to say, Bournemouth did this to Arsenal, or whoever they've played recently. It was like, that game, we're probably at the level of PSV, say. Let's say he's fought that and fought. We're at that level. If we try to do that, we're going to end up the same way. And so I'll give him credit for that, me.
I'm going to ask the both of you, do you think it's right?
What?
The fact that he's finally adapted. Do you reckon he took too long? Would you have liked to see it done quicker? Because I don't know what you actually think. We talk about it every week, and you'll talk about tweaking it, but I don't actually know whether you think he should die on his sword, whether he shouldn't. What do you think?
No, I think you have to tweak. You have to, like I'm saying, I understand you've got your own way of playing. That's fine. That's great. Every manager has to have their own identity. That's a given, yeah. But you can't tell me that regardless of who your opponents are and what your team looks like and their DNA, and you're going to go, I don't care, I'm going to do what I want to do blindly. No. You've got to see what's good for your team, matchups on the pitch, and then move it and tweak it accordingly. Like, and I just think that's good coaching. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. The way you want to play can be consistent and the same with the ball because you have the same players. But the way you win it back can't be the same every week because you're not playing against the same team. Yeah. So you have to adapt that style, which he's obviously done now to suit his players.
You can't approach Liverpool same way you're going to go and approach Newcastle or Bournemouth. Everything's different because there's different questions being asked every week from individuals and as a team.
So what message does this send to the players then?
That would coach. That would be adaptable. Yeah. Like
you don't think they're going to turn around and go?
No, but you don't do that because you just got
a result. Got a result.
If we would have done that last 3-0, then
they're questioning it. But they you think Casemiro's waking up today going, that was a disgrace. Why did he change his tactics when he's produced probably the best performance of his Man United season?
You reckon he's not sitting there going, see this guy, man? Don't know what he's talking about from day one.
No, they'll be. He probably should have done it earlier.
Yeah.
But listen, now we're here. Thank you. Let's go. That's what it'll be. Yeah. And I think, again, Amorim's got to be looking for little glimmers of positivity.
Yeah.
Like that's one at this weekend because a lot of people thinking Arsenal are going to go there and roll them over.
Yeah.
And they didn't. And that was because Arsenal were going forward.
I don't think he can be ridiculed for changing his style to benefit the team.
First half we were good. Obviously, second half, players stood out for Man United. For example, Heaven, our boy who we sold to United.
No, first half you were good up to the final third.
Up to the final third, yeah, no.
Arsenal were good up to the final third, but when they get to the final third, it's quite aimless.
Honestly. Anyway, Heaven.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be really honest with you. We had chats about him earlier on in the season, and myself and Archie, we were like, look, we didn't really think he was up to the races. We saw him pre-season, see him get spun by HUEL, and we were like, oh, when we sold him, I didn't like the fact that it was to a United team, but end of the day, I thought, it's all good. We'll be fine. Yesterday, oh my goodness, Rio, what did you see from him?
I saw a good attitude because I saw a man looking like, I ain't going to let Arsenal beat me today. Like, because there's a pride in it. When you go to your old club, it's quite an emotional thing, and there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. You've got to prove now why I'm here and I've left you lot, and I'm playing in the first team now. This is why. Yeah. So that's a big pressure, and I thought we handled it really well. I think the manager's comments after saying that he sometimes almost too comfortable, but I really like it and really positive about him will be great for his confidence. And I think he's been justified going to Man United at this point because he's playing right now. Long term, I don't know.
Yeah, but
long term, we don't know.
I think he unfairly got judged because it was Man United. Like, it's a team 15th in the league. So normally that would be a Brighton. If he was leaving Arsenal to go Brighton to get first team opportunity, we'd be praising him and saying it's the right decision. But we're deeming it as Man United. It's not the Man United of old where they're competing. So he's gone to a team where you're going to get opportunities. So you got to give
played
him.
well. But you're talking about he's justified himself by going and playing. Same with Cheeto, right? Yeah. Who would have thought that by now they would have been there playing minutes. They're not starting by playing minutes, man, at this point.
I think that's a big thing with the young players in the game now with like the recruitment and stuff. I think that because of the EU as well situation, you can't go and get a kid from out of like the young ones from different countries. You got to. It's made it a much more competitive market here, so teams are recruiting off each other more than ever now, and it's a funny one. I think Arteta referenced it, didn't he? Saying like maybe questioning like what his desires were from going to Man United, maybe alluding to it being maybe financial. But the market, I think, is created because Arsenal. If you put this scenario, you tell me if I'm wrong, but Arsenal would have been going right. We've got a young kid, probably the hottest striker in Europe at 16 years old, producing ridiculous numbers and breaking records. His agents are coming in and saying we want X, Y, and Z money, big money, and we're saying we've got a level that we pay at this, and we want to keep this young kid hungry. We're not going to break our wage structure. We're going to give him probably a bit more, but we're not going to go crazy. Incentivise him, and he's going, well, I can probably double, triple, quadruple my money over there, and probably get closer to the first team immediately. So I'm going.
That's the fact. That end part is the fact. As much as people want to talk about the money, if Arsenal was giving him first team opportunities, he would have stayed, regardless of the money. If they would have kept him on the same structure as they have traditionally, he would have stayed. But the fact that he's closer to the first team at Man United, that's like, yes, the bonus of having or potentially getting more money would have contributed. But the first team, like, he's never earned that money to know what that feels like. But the feeling you can have playing for the first team.
I think Marino's playing now, even if Chido is at Arsenal. 100%. That's the problem.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the problem that he would have been thinking. Like, am I going to get in the first team?
I agreed.
And it's almost when he's looking back at it, he's probably sitting there going, "That's why I left."
Yeah.
Because Sterling's sitting there.
Yeah.
You've got strikers. You've got attacking. Martinelli's on the bench.
Martinelli on the bench.
And the defensive midfielders playing up front. So.
And we're stacked with defenders as well, by the way. That's the position we really don't need players in. You know. But I was going to say, Rio, that you both spoke about the money situation. Yes, it's good to play first team, but if you look at Kobbie Maine, for example, look at his contractual situation. Now it's not just even enough to play. You know, he's looking like he wants the big bucks.
What do you think of that? What do you think?
Can you please set the scenario for them?
Yeah. Yeah, it's reported that he's asking for, I don't know, £180,000 a week, or whatever. I don't know what it is. But
so we're just commenting on the reports, not because we don't know.
We don't know.
And the experiences I've seen him talk and been around him, that doesn't necessarily coincide with his personality. But there's obviously a value for him at the club, which is not cheap. So the club will have a value for him. Again, Joel, what would you say his value is?
Kobbie Maine.
Yeah. They're saying 70-ish million. He's on 20 grand a week probably, reportedly. This
there
is all
you
reported.
Go. So if, from a club's perspective and a player, I'm thinking, well, if I'm 70 million and you want 70 million pound for me, then you give me the wages that warrant 70 million pounds worth of player.
Which is what, 150? 100,
yeah, it's going to be around that number. Like, regardless of his age and where he's come from, like, you value me at that. And we've seen it before at other clubs. Players aren't negotiating just... They're using data now. So there's going to be a list of factors that equates to that the club will use, and then the players can use it. I think it was Kevin De Bruyne was documented saying, well, my contribution to the team is this, and the points and this, and so...
But Kevin De Bruyne and
no,
a young player...
but that's the difference. I'm not talking about the same...
but they're using different metrics. Like.
The same metric, you can use it. The scale of the outcome is going to be different. But if he can use it, then there's going to be something, because, like he said, the points are important.
How do you position Kobbie Maine then to go and warrant that money if you're his agent?
I would warrant it off that. I'm guessing his warrant and these people are saying, well, this is your market value. They would want this for you, and this is the money that you would want. Because if they sell him for that, if Arsenal bought him, let's not say Arsenal, any team bought him for 70 million.
Reported.
Okay, just say they bought him and give him 180 grand a week. No one's going to question him.
No way.
No one's questioning his decision to want 180 then. But because it's at United, what he must not want
I think homegrown players suffer from
that. 100%. Yeah, we've all been a victim of that.
And I was going to say, 6 months ago, playing for England, mate, he was the best player in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like, so he's probably going to go in there and go, hey, have you forgot what I've done for England recently in the summer?
The only thing that I look at, and you go, when you look from the club's perspective, their pushback is going to be, if you look at, so we've seen what Kobbie and his team will probably go in at, and I'm looking at it from the club's perspective. They're going, we've got a young kid come through the academy who has done some great things for England, hasn't started 50 games, has he? I don't think he started 50 games there or thereabouts. And then isn't fit, hasn't been fit for parts of the season, is out of form, and the manager's questioned whether he can play in the position that we brought him up in centre midfield, in the way that he plays, almost. In a press conference through the way he spoke about him. Are we going to give him that type of money when we don't even know if the manager's going to play him? Also, yeah, you can say he's a £70 million player, but we need to keep a cap on it maybe, because we've got young players coming through and we want to manage that as well. Not giving players too much too soon. But in the end, sometimes we've seen drag the hunger out of players.
Yeah, but you're only doing it based on him being 70 million. If them players come through and go to the Euros and perform the way he performed, they would be worth 70 million. So their argument would be the same.
No, I see it right on both sides. I do see the argument on both sides.
Yeah, and I know some of the clubs might say, well, 6 months ago, mate, you was ahead of everyone. Right about now, Curtis Jones is ahead of you. You know, like it's changed. The landscape has changed. But at the same time,
Rio, but Curtis Jones' importance in a great respect, because I love Curtis. He's different to Kobbie Maine, who's at Man United. Like Curtis Jones and it's like Salah and Van Dijk, obviously are the most important players at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Kobbie Mainoo is one of the most important players at Man United.
Yeah.
So like that consideration.
Point.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can't compare the age groups at other
But
teams.
the maddest thing is, and we end up always doing this, and it's not sometimes not right, but I can't help it, If you had played just around 50 games, probably not even started 50 games, but you've been involved in 50 games when you come through, and you asked to be one of the top earners at your club, it's not the senior player, the hierarchy within your football club before the manager.
What you reckon he's top? I don't reckon he's top 5.
I think that there's players that are coming through the academy at Liverpool or whatever. Harvey Elliott scored the winner against PSG the other day. If he started going, right, I want X, Y, to be alongside my man earning
Rico Lewis.
Rodri would go
100% because of what them teams are doing. Yeah, when say Wes and that were coming through, Danny Welbeck and that you were successful, them man can't demand that because the landscape was different. Like in the greatest respect, you don't need them players.
I get what you're saying. It's true. I agree.
I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you though. He's probably looking, going, Mason Mount. He's on 250k a week.
Mason Mount won the Champions League, bro.
Yeah.
When he came to Man United, he'd won the Champions League. He'd been a big part of that.
But if we're talking right about now, he's constantly injured.
No, but he signed his contract before that.
And but when he's played, it's not been great.
But you sign a player based on what they've done.
Like you said, Mainoo is more important right now for Man United than Mason Mount.
Yeah, so I wouldn't even be looking at that. I'll be looking at my importance to this club, to this team. And if you don't value it at that, then sell him. But
I know what you're saying. I agree.
What are you doing? If I'm youngsters,
if I'm Mainoo,
I don't know. I don't. And again, it's easy to say because I'm not in that situation. But I never thought. I know them numbers were never. But I wasn't. I was in the championship at that age. Do you know what I mean? So it was a different thing, and the scales were so different. But
I hear you.
Bro, I was signing a contract every 6 months at West Ham. Because the performances and the consistency of how many games I was playing demanded it. And I was hitting targets. I was getting to play for England and I was going...
But that's the same. If there's incentives in that, then it's easy. Like, obviously, Man United ain't saying, well, if you play 10 England games, they're saying, well, you sign this contract and we don't want to come see you again for 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. I was signed, bro. I was on a 7 or 8 year contract when I left West Ham to go.
No way.
Because I signed that many contracts. Because it was just like also the bar was being raised financially. The money was going up, and I was like, well, I need some parity. Like so, and to be fair, they come to me as much as I come to them.
There you go.
But if I'm Kobbie Mainoo now, I am going in and saying, bro, and it's down to Joleon's point, which I didn't think of, and he's absolutely right. How much do you value me? How important am I to this squad? I'm an academy player who you put a lot of the PR and marketing around this club over the last 30, 40, 50 years is around academy players, and I'm the man now.
They should definitely be developing that. Because I think, again, going off topic, but I think that's where they went wrong with Marcus Rashford. I definitely think they should be held accountable for not developing him into the next captain.
The club?
Yeah.
Oh my God, no. Let's go on that point. Joleon's so right.
I think when Wayne Rooney left, they wouldn't be like, this is our next captain.
Yeah.
He should be the captain of Man United.
But I think there's other elements that
Oh, yeah,
impacted that.
yeah, 100%.
Like there's the PR from his side of
Yeah,
marketing.
I'm
that
not
kind
saying
of
it's just
pushed him here.
one-sided, but definitely
And,
they contributed to that not being the
Yeah,
thing.
I don't think
They
the
should
club
have-
managed that situation at all because Marcus Rashford should never be leaving Man United. The talent that he has
That's true.
and the stature of player and person that he's become, that should be all
Footballing
encompassing with
icon
Man
he could have
United.
become.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Man United have to be accountable for a lot of that as well. And
But is there a setup? Is there a system set up for that to be in place though?
no,
Not
obviously.
now.
There's not now.
That's a different club now.
Structure.
That's anything. I don't like. But again, they missed a trick. Again, I don't know how much on topic this is. The structure, the culture that we often talk about.
Yeah.
When they got Ronaldo back,
Oh my God.
that is the biggest mistake was letting him go again.
Joel's
Yeah.
hitting gems today.
They should have just left him there because
I-
this generation, he is
I
their
said
guy.
the same thing.
So we talk about culture and whether he's playing or not, his professionalism is going to be doing the right thing.
He did leave. He did leave at half time though, pre-season. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, but I bet he was there.
Yeah,
I bet he was never
he did-
late.
he did.
I bet he was
But he
performing.
did leave. He did, and he dragged Dallo with him as well. It's all good to talk about the good points, but let's talk about it completely.
Mate, his
right?
good points
Right.
outweigh
Oh,
any
okay.
negative you come with.
100%.
I hear you.
Petulance can happen to the best of people in the world. People can make a mistake or mistakes.
I
Are you to be cancelled for
I
that,
hear
yeah?
that. No.
You're part of cancel culture.
You see
That's
he's
what I'm
doing?
saying, though.
You see what he's doing? Come
I'm-
on, man.
I can't-
Like, you can't go here and go, oh, he's the most professional person to
He is,
ever live.
but
Next
he
thing
is
you know,
though,
oh,
he
he
is
is
though, he
cool,
is.
but he started doing a few mad things at
Yeah,
United.
it's like not
Yeah.
tracking back. Is that justifiable?
Of course not.
But if I score 50 goals,
It is.
Well,
It
it's
was.
different. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it was.
did he score
There
50
you go.
goals? Yes,
Oscar
he
and
did.
Fletcher.
You guys
Oscar
are
and
complaining.
Hargreaves.
He
They
wanted
were
to
scoring
complaining that
goals.
he's not pressing.
forget
All of a
pressing.
sudden,
I don't
he doesn't
complain.
press.
I don't
Oh, the way
complain.
he's
Who's
playing.
that? Not me, bro.
I don't care about him
Yeah,
pressing.
you
If my
definitely
striker
weren't
needs to
playing.
score
You
goals,
definitely
my striker
weren't
needs to
playing.
score goals.
My
you
striker,
definitely
do you
weren't
think Alan Shearer pressed the biggest goal scorer in the
Listen,
Premier League
it
history?
doesn't matter what you guys throw left, right, and center. I'm not having it. That behaviour in his second tenure was not professional all the time.
He
It
just
wasn't.
said to you,
It
he
wasn't.
just said to you, if he doesn't track
Alright,
back, is that a
alright.
big problem?
No, because I'm
No, it
just
ain't.
highlighting.
If he's
I'm just
banging in
highlighting the
four
fact that
goals,
you guys.
he's
I'm
banging-
just highlighting the fact that you said, "Oh, he's the most professional." I said,
He is.
"Hang on a minute."
But he is though.
He's walking off at half
Even
time.
if he walks off-
doing
even if he
interviews,
walked off-
doing a bit of a madness there.
Even
Just
if
saying.
he walked off 5 games in a row, he'd still be more professional than most of the players.
99.9% of the players.
Or you can look at it and you can go, shouldn't be doing that though, innit?
Well, what's the more impactful?
Of course.
Anyway, what's the more
Beneficial. And
what's the more impactful and more positive influences that Ronaldo has had
On
on
Dallo.
Dallo?
There's probably loads.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
Okay.
my
Just
point,
so we know that,
my
guys.
point rests on the fact that you was going on like, oh yeah, he's so professional.
is though.
Bro, yeah, he is, but that's not...
No one never said he's never made a mistake.
All right, cool. All right, that's fine. Listen, we'll let the viewers
One
decide.
wrong doesn't
There's
outweigh
more than-
everything
it's
else.
Way more than one
all
wrong.
positives.
Anyway, it was way more than one wrong.
Yes, guys, this episode is sponsored by HUEL. And for all the new customers out there, I have got you absolutely covered. Get £10 off plus a free gift when you use my exclusive code RAREPRESENTS at huel.com/RAREPRESENTS. So here's a few times I'll reach for HUEL. Whether it's before a workout or getting you through a busy day at work, HUEL Daily A to Z Vitamins has got you absolutely covered. This isn't just any drink, by the way, not any energy drink. It's better, and my go-to is this. The cherry and raspberry flavour. It's packed with 100 milligrams of natural caffeine and vitamin B12 to help reduce tiredness and fatigue. Plus vitamin C to support immune function and 26 essential vitamins and minerals, all while being low in sugar. You want to try it? Hit the link in the description and use my exclusive code RAREPRESENTS at huel.com/RAREPRESENTS. Check the T's and C's and upgrade your energy with HUEL. Can we go back to Arsenal, please?
Do we have to?
How confident?
to.
How confident are you that Arsenal will win a title with Arteta?
Ooh.
Do you want the online response or the real Joel Bear response?
Joel Bear
All right,
online.
cool. I'll be honest with you. I think in today's football, he's even lucky that he's got the time that he's got. Not because he's not been good, because I think he's been revolutionary. But it's the fan base, man. I worry that sometimes when the fans start to get too aggy, right? Let's just say he didn't win next year, for example. Let's just say, because he's not going anywhere, but let's just say he didn't win next year or whatever it is. You know there's going to be a section of fans that are going to start making up their noise.
They're
And
already on it already.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a lot of noise, because let's not forget, this ain't as bad as when people were complaining about Wenger, right? And I worry that if it goes down that route, he's going to get pushed out, because you're going to get the owners that are going to be like, oh, do we really need this negativity? Fine, let's just get someone just for the sake of it. Look at Unai Emery, man. Like,
There was no patience then, though.
I look at that and I just think to
There's
myself,
no patience with Arsenal then.
what the
It's
heck?
a different club now.
Yeah, they understand the club, the fans, like, you understand that it's not as easy as you assumed.
So you think he can go another 2-3 years without winning anything and it's just going to be calm?
I don't think it's going to be calm, but I think he's got a longer span than you may think. If City come back next season and then you're third and he's not competitive, then yeah, he's under severe.
Yeah, as long as he's competing, I think he stays in the job. I've got to be honest with you, because I think your owners are like, listen, the grass isn't always greener. Yeah, that's the way they all think.
Making a lot of green though.
But they are.
Exactly.
But
that's the point.
The mechanisms of making money are working at the football club. It's just on the pitch at the moment. They're not getting over the hurdle, but they're competing. I think that's the mantra would be within the club. Yeah. As long as we're competing and the business is making money, we're in a good place.
Yeah. To challenge, it's a different bracket. Like you can't assume that getting from 7th to 3rd, 2nd is the same as from second to first.
No, it's different. I mean, Roy Keane said that yesterday, didn't he? Yeah. I mean, another quote, he said, there's no evidence to suggest that they'll make the most difficult step and win a title.
Yeah,
I don't have any confidence that they'll win a title. It's not about challenging for titles. It's about winning.
Yeah, it'll be on default. Like City and Liverpool will have to fall off. Yeah, they will have to have seasons like City are having this season, and Arsenal to come forward.
And they've got to sign a striker.
Of course, but that we're doing in the summer. 100%. Yeah, we're doing that.
Who?
That's what I'm saying. It's not just a case of who we signing. Like,
who are you signing?
I'll be honest with you.
Who are you signing?
I don't know, but I know.
Who would you sign? Because a realistic opportunity and realistic.
You ain't getting Isak.
You're Gyökeres. You got to go for him. Why not?
I'm believing that you're going to go for him. But he's not the guy.
I don't think he's the guy. Gyökeres for me.
No.
What for? You don't think so?
I've watched him. I've not watched him loads. I've watched him probably 3 times. We watched him together.
Yeah.
We watched him about probably 3 times, really, really closely.
Yeah.
And 3 times I've gone.
That you don't get away with that in the Prem.
That he ain't getting that opportunity
which
in the
games,
Prem,
by the way?
or
Champions League.
Yeah.
Because I'm like the fair weather fan that sees the commercial games, like for example the City game and everything. You go ooh, but I don't know.
Mate, when I see him physically matched, I don't see what else is there. Then that's the questions that I'm asking. Is there enough after he's physically matched to be able to get him a goal?
Tino Werner, I remember when he first came and he said they played Brighton Monday Night Football, and he said, I never knew that.
No way.
That kind of physicality. And that was like, Brighton ain't known for that. Yeah, and he was like surprised. And he was coming off the back of...
Was this the first time he came in? He played for Chelsea?
This was like confident Tino Werner. Fast
physicality is a massive thing in the game today.
Do you reckon?
I think he said it, hasn't it? Amorim, he said about that's the reason he believes Anthony's gone.
I was going to say, do you reckon that's why he's thriving out there?
Yeah, in Spain? It's different.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of the components as to why. But I think that when you look at Amorim's team and you look at him, his team is about physicality. Like they're runners. They're all able to run. They're all good movers. Like even from midfield, the defenders, he can play a high line because he had quick defenders. At least 2 of them were quick.
Yeah.
And this team that he's got now has got everything. I've said this for years now. You look at the whole kind of makeup of the Man United squad, there's no physicality in the squad. Whether it's speed, whether it's strength, whether it's like durability, it's just it
durability is a thing.
Like they can't go for 90 minutes at a pace that I watched PSG the other day in the Champions League at the top tier of football. They go for 90 minutes. They're a young, hungry, athletic team to play modern day football.
I think that's very interesting.
Ain't that. United are so far away from that. It's crazy. No, but Liverpool, all back seriously, Liverpool gone 15 points clear, and you still think you're in the race, or?
It's ridiculous. I'm not even entertaining all that chat anymore, bro. No? I'm telling you, my mind's elsewhere now, bro.
The shades are off.
Wow. Distractions now.
Exactly,
distractions. Yeah. The big ears. That's the one I want. I want the Champions League.
You lot are crazy. What am I hearing here?
What? To be fair, if the draw wasn't set out in stone, I would be more confident.
Your side of the draw is...
Yeah, it's wild.
It's a bit mad, but for me...
I don't think you'd beat...
If we beat...
Buts and maybes.
If we beat Madrid, yeah...
Are you? Can we just frame this properly, right? You come off the back of a weekend playing one of the worst Man United teams in history, Amorim's quote,
Listen.
You shouldn't have even got a draw, and you're talking about Real Madrid.
Can
we got another Arsenal fan in the back there, guys? Is he what? Is he on the right planet? Yeah, delusional. Is he delusional?
Of course we can beat him. Of course we can.
Well, based on your form.
Listen, we can do it, man. We'll surprise them. It's those games where you don't expect us to turn up.
Who are you going to surprise them with?
Marino.
No, I don't mean personal. Like, what are you going to surprise him with? It's Madrid, bro.
Listen, yeah, you say Madrid, yeah.
You know, you're only surprised. He's not even a surprise. He just does it and you can't stop it. It's Saka.
Yeah,
I think
everything else is a bit predictable.
Not really, because it's also about the occasion, when you got the likes of Odegaard going back to his old stomping grounds, he's got something to prove, right? You're going to have Winieri, yeah, who, come on.
He's fearless.
He's going to do a Jack Wilshere. You know, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to pop up. He's going to pop out and show him. You know what I mean? and then, yeah, bro. Obviously, Saliba, he's on audition. So, you know, he's going to perform well.
Oh, now we're selling him.
Selling him now.
Now we're selling him.
You know? So Declan Rice, he's going to give you the performance he needs. Come on, man, we got this.
No, there's no doubt, you got players, individual players that can produce, and they're good players.
The Bernabeu's different, man.
But
We've been there enough times to know that place ain't normal.
No, what that evokes.
Seriously,
what a flex in it. We've been there.
Well, we have
enough times.
There's only 2 of us at this table that have been there. You know what I mean, laced up on that pitch. You know what I mean,
still.
But it is a different. You got to get through still anyway.
Anyway, when we get there, listen, if we get through, I want apologies from the both of you guys.
If you beat Madrid, I apologise 100%. If you beat Madrid,
that's a given, but it ain't happening, bro.
We'll see.
If it does,
that's the next round after. Is that who they got?
Yeah.
Potentially Madrid or Atletico.
It'll be Madrid, but I think it'll be Real. But
that's on a knife edge as well. By that,
I don't know.
Tough.
Who would you rather face?
Atletico.
Even then, I think Atletico.
I know it's tough, but I reckon. I don't know, man.
It's a tough game.
It's just that point in the Champions League where whoever you get is going to be a good team, innit?
The problem is Arsenal need to get over what happened when they got to a big team last year. They fell over.
Yeah, experience though, innit? I think this year we'll approach it a little bit.
Problem you got is that Saka. You missed Odegaard massively when he weren't there, but you're missing Saka even more,
especially his connection with Odegaard.
That's what I mean. There's no one part of the jigsaw. They need them all, don't they? Arsenal.
I'm just hoping like Sterling gets like a wild opportunity and then just.
I don't know why he's not.
Can you imagine? Can I just say, you're a player, yeah? It's like when you was at, say, Everton, and David Moyes said, "I'm going to play Leighton Baines centre back." Because Joel's not up to it right now.
Well, that's what happened to Leighton. Like, he was playing me left back. Not saying he wasn't up to it, but I don't know.
How do you deal with that? Like, what's going through? What do you think is going through Sterling's mind now? Because he's been the best England player in tournaments.
Yeah.
He's been the go-to guy at City on numerous occasions.
Yeah.
He's been consistent. He's produced. He's won trophies. And now he's gone from Chelsea, where he couldn't get in a team, to Arsenal, where they thought he was going to be the saviour, me included, to being somebody who's not even looking like he's playing a central defensive midfielder up front in a position that he could play. What do you think he's thinking as a player? Player's mindset.
Yeah, he obviously ain't going to be happy, but you just hope there's conversations there, man. You just hope he's not just doing it and then not explaining anything to him, because that's the frustration.
It's a disrespect, man. If I'm the man there, I'm here to do the job. You're going to feel it,
strange because if you're a defender, regardless of anything, if I'm looking at the team sheet and I'm seeing Sterling, I'm nervous.
Yeah, 100%.
Whatever happens,
no matter the form.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whatever, if there's a race, he's going to win one.
But what I would say is that he ain't playing like Sterling. When he's on the pitch, he's playing now, and I understand why, because he's lacking a bit of confidence. He's playing a little bit more of a subdued kind of approach, where you get Sterling that we know and we love.
Dangerous.
He gets the ball and he's direct running at you.
Yeah.
But I watched PSG the other day. They're 2 wingers. Every time they got the ball, they're getting them facing the fullback, saying, "Right, I'm going to test you. You got to bend your legs minimum, soften them knees, because I'm the guy who will go past you." He ain't really playing like that now. So he ain't giving a defender the same fault, I don't think.
But you're still worried about the pace. That's the quality of it. You're questioning that at the minute because of the confidence, but I'm still believing he's as fast.
No, I don't think he's not as fast as he was. I'll tell you that for sure.
Like, he's faster than most defenders.
Yeah, he's faster than most.
Still sharp,
but the problem is, Anton said the same thing, and you said it a few weeks ago. You said when players are not playing consistently, players like that, they need that consistent run.
Yeah.
You know, he's not I know it's different positions, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who can be on the bench for a couple games and come on and still do what he's doing, he needs to play.
Regular.
You know,
rhythm.
But I understand what you're saying. It's if you're a player and you see a certain man on the team sheet, it is like a little reset in your head, right? Pace. He's one of those players that will make you think like that, regardless of how he's doing. So I do get that. But going back to Saka, and he's been missing. They're still trying to do the same things. I've got a stat here. The percentage of attacks from the right-hand side, Arsenal, 44.2% of their chances or their approaches into the final third are on the right-hand side.
Ridiculous.
And
what the outcomes?
That's with a 17-year-old now.
Yeah. And he's a different profile, isn't he? He's not the same profile as Saka.
No.
When you get Saka the ball, it's a different
of course.
style.
Cuts inside.
Yeah.
Similar to what you saw Rodrigo do last week in the Champions League. Remember when I messaged you? Like, and he cuts inside, it's a goal.
Whatever he's doing, it's his decision making. That was the bit that impressed me the most.
You're going to say you coached him. You've been there on a. What was the thing with Saka that you go, right? This is what Arsenal are missing, and this is what is world class about him.
His decision making, like I'd not seen something like that. I knew obviously the quality at such a young age to make every decision right.
Yeah.
All the time, wherever he is. Like if he receives it on the halfway and he's got to set back to the fullback, that's the right decision. If he cuts inside and he's got a cross, like we did some sessions, and obviously I'm not at that level. I had to join in. So I thought, he got the ball, I'm going to show him down the line. And he was trying to cut in, so I showed him down the line. He didn't cut in, and the next time he got it, I showed him down the line. He went down the line and scored. I was like, oh, you can just do that then. Whatever
I'm offering you,
you'll take and you'll deliver on that. That is so underrated, like, to never get anything wrong and not get bored with being offered the simple thing and doing the simple thing. That's what most players don't do, is they get bored, man. They get like, I got to cross again. Now I want to put a little turn in there this time. And I'll cross it and we'll score.
Also, he don't get bored of not getting the ball for periods. Yeah. I know they use that side of the pitch more often than not, but if he's not getting the ball, you don't see him wandering.
No,
he's disciplined. He holds his position.
Reliable.
And so for Ben White, the right back, or Timber, whoever it is, knowing where players are going to be on a regular basis all the time is a comfort for a lot of other players who might not be as good on the ball as well. Normally a right back ain't as good on the ball in our time anyway. Yeah. But to know that he's going to be there or thereabouts,
and for players that are not vocal to understand, I know where he's. I know where he should be.
Were you pleasantly surprised?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like I said, I knew the quality was there, and I like that is his world class attribute for me. Is that, because in the greatest respect, if I see him play, I'm not looking at him thinking I'm seeing something I don't see other wingers do. Yeah, but I see him do it more often than other wingers, a lot more often. Like I said, his percentage of outcomes must be the highest.
Yeah,
Possession.
Whatever it is,
whether it's a pass, a cross,
a shot.
I don't look at him and go,
it must be the highest.
Yeah, I don't look at him and go, right, he plays with a lot of risk. He's wasteful with his possession. He gives the ball to eyes. He's sloppy. I never think that about Saka.
You're never worrying about miscontrol or anything.
And for a kid, that's normally what you get with young players. The frustration with most senior players when you play with a young player coming in is like, any chance you just give it simple you for the next 5 minutes. Don't 100%. Fuck about.
I don't think everyone's ever said that to him.
I don't think
it's like he's come and he's already had it. Have you had players, for example, that you thought, they could improve, or you saw them improve? You talk about Nani a lot. Is that an
IQ.
example?
I think that IQ, when I look at it and think to myself, who did I play with who had an unbelievable IQ?
As a winger?
As a winger. Giggsy's was just like, but Giggsy was experienced, but like Giggsy's IQ was like, but he used to say like, for instance, you get someone like Micah Richards, big, strong, quick, aggressive, can get up and down, wants to attack, wants to defend, young, hungry, comes in the team, burst onto the scene, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to Giggsy like, you're every like super attribute that he has is probably your weakness, other than speed. Well, speed at this time as well, because you're getting old. He outdoes you on all them physical attributes. I think, Giggsy, how are you going to deal with him today? He says, just keep giving me the ball, right, for the first 60 minutes, and I'm going to keep coming short. I'm going to go long. I'm going to go short. I'm going to come inside. I'm going to be everywhere. Just getting it. I'm not going to take him on, really. But I'm going to go at him, and I'm going to make him move. And he said, 60, 70 minutes, lactic acid kicks in. That's when I come alive, Rio. Then I'm going to come into the spots and I'll come alive in the game and I'll get my moment. I'm like, is this how you guys are thinking? They're thinking at moments, 60 minutes, 70 minutes down the line. I'm thinking when I'm playing, first duel, first tackle, first action, I've got to get... He's not wide out. He said, I could have the worst 60 minutes. So I know safe. 60, 70 minutes, that's when I'm going to be... My physicality in terms of like...
we balance it out.
Exactly. I'm going to be able to go with longer.
Was he really heavy at the end?
But that's just someone that's...
He's a middle distance runner.
Yeah, that was like... When I played fullback, I used to literally do the same, I think... Play against Aaron Lennon, and I'll be like, I can't get into races with Aaron Lennon, so I'm just going to run forward, and after about 60 minutes,
make him chase you.
But time it to where he had to run. You can't just be running and needlessly not getting the ball. I'm thinking if I get the ball, I'm in, so he has to track. Then all of a sudden, 60, 70 minutes, now your maximum pace is lower. I'm nowhere. My fitness is higher than, say, my pace level. So now our paces are similar.
Equal.
In terms of, not equal, but similar.
In terms of football IQ, like any other players that you've played with that have like high IQ levels, like you think?
Loads. And it's more the same position. I think the holding midfielder is probably the highest IQ. position-wise. They have to
So
come
the-
back.
the-
So
so-
like Michael
wanna say
Carrick,
Yaya, but-
Gareth Barry,
Okay.
Torres, Rodriguez, them kind of players, because they have to come back with so many different elements of the game. Like Gareth Barry was everyone's favourite playing partner, whether it was Semia, James Milner, Nigel de Jong, Yaya. They all said they would want to play with Gareth Barry because he would adapt his style, and he could adapt his style to them to complement them. But yeah, I think that position's probably the highest.
So
You don't
IQ.
play that many Premier League
I was
games.
gonna say.
Like he's a record holder, I think,
Yeah,
isn't he, in
stupid.
games big without having like that attribute of a good IQ. Carrick's the same. You mentioned Carrick, like because
same.
when you mention our great players at Man United, he doesn't really get a mention. He's very an afterthought, yeah. But in terms of like his importance, like that player, that position there, they're the connective tissue. He has a relationship with the right back. He has a relationship with the left back, the centre back, the goalkeeper, even then the attacking midfielders and the forwards. He's got to have a relationship with all of those guys and the wingers because he's feeding everyone. Or he's feeding the attacking players and he's receiving off of the defenders and he's shielding the defenders.
You would say Lam,
mate.
Busquets,
Busquets,
Xavi Alonso, like them.
who do you reckon's the best one out of all of them? The holding midfielder. Like Makelele had the position named after him. That he has to be in the conversation.
Makelele, that's what I'm
But
saying.
Busquets is my favourite. Just to watch.
When I'm watching it now, I probably didn't appreciate him at the time.
Busquets.
Well, I did, but now I appreciate him more. When I see
I know
the
what you're
clips,
saying. I know what
like,
you're saying.
I didn't
Because
rate
they had
him
more stars,
that's
because
what I'm saying.
they had bigger
And I'm
players,
seeing
so-
clips of him now. I'm not,
You're like,
you see
ooh.
moments of that, but he would do a turn that was unreal, but then pass to Iniesta or Messi. That
He would do another turn better.
so you would just go shadow.
Man said to me, boom, boom, boom.
When we spoke to
Said you're going, you and Vidic, boom, boom, boom.
when we spoke to Fabregas, we asked him about Busquets and Rodri, innit?
You see, it's not even close.
Not even
Listen,
close.
he
not
didn't
close.
even.
Didn't
he-
blink.
no
100%.
disrespect, he didn't even mention Rodri.
No,
He was just
I
like,
understand that because I was saying when Xavi Alonso was doing the most, and I said to David, I said, "Oh, how good is he?"
David
He said-
Silva?
Yeah, he said, "No."
Busquets.
no way, no.
It's like I was disrespectful. I
You're
was like,
joking.
"What?" He
That's
said,
what I
"No,
mean.
no."
Xabi Alonso, Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso.
Yeah,
No, because when you speak to some people, and who haven't played with or against, I don't think you can really fully appreciate Busquets sometimes, unless you're seeing the Insta clips,
Yeah.
When you're on that pitch,
you can't touch him.
we got a man in
Archie-
here.
Archie-
What did he
Archie,
say
by the
over
way.
there? What did he say, Joe, about him? What was your quote? What was your quote?
He's overrated.
He's overrated.
He's got the easy job.
Yeah, easy.
He's got the easiest
said
job
he's
in
got the
football.
easiest
he said.
job in football.
Wait, can you just respond? Because your face is saying a lot.
What does he mean easy? Like
Yeah.
just because he's got a pass to Messi?
Because he's saying he had players there. He had at some points he had the Torres, he had
Iniesta,
Xavi, Messi.
That's mad. That's but again, that's a no disrespectful way. Like that's a non-playing comment. You haven't played to know.
It's not disrespect. It's not a non-disrespect. It has to be
He must not
disrespect.
even play at goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
To say that.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, you couldn't. Like if there was a law where if I touch you, I get possession of the ball. I don't think he would lose possession that way. If like he's that clean.
Yeah.
Like you can't even get near them.
Off both feet.
Both
So
feet.
he had wing mirrors. He had wing
He's
mirrors.
not even. He's not like mad quick either.
No, he's
He's
just strong.
not, yeah, he's slow.
not strong.
He's not mad quick.
Yeah.
He's slow.
If the game becomes transitional, he's probably your first pick to be taken out of the team.
Yeah.
Madness.
That's the mad. But so he never allowed it to get like that.
Yeah, never.
The team never allowed it.
Yeah,
The
but to
structure of the
say,
team.
yeah, you got them players that would not allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah, mad.
Insane, man.
But
Insane.
just to go back to Arsenal,
Yeah.
and a striker, would you sell Saliba to
Ooh.
get Isak? Because Isak's so important.
That's not a hard question.
Why would you?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, easily.
You can get a replacement for Saliba. You
Yeah,
can't
you can-
replace him, but you
Yeah,
can get a
exactly.
replacement.
Where? Go on,
A guy
then.
like
A
but
centre half.
But even
Yeah.
You can get centre half.
even if, for example, you play, and I'm not saying this is the best combo, but you can play Gabriel and Calafiori. You can play Gabriel.
No, you
you
can't.
can
And win the league.
No,
No,
but I'm
no,
saying,
no,
but
you can get
I'm saying,
centre
but you
half.
can get away. You can get away with doing that, but you can't get away with what we're doing without a striker.
Well,
And
you can get
an
away with
Isak
it.
player,
We
an
lost the
Isak-
league because Saliba was injured once.
No, yeah, but it's different though, Rio. Like,
Why? You
because
lost the league though.
when you look at us now, Rio, yeah,
You don't
we're
get to
not-
the challenging point without someone
Bro,
that
we can't
gets
score
you.
goals, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. And
who's
No, but you've not had a number 9 for how many years?
But this is what I'm saying.
Are you a challenge?
And like you said, no, but it's different though, Rio, man.
Why?
Because when you look at Isak
When I
now,
said it, yeah,
the
I'd
kind
say
of we're talking about Isak, bro.
Isak's-
that guy
yeah,
is
yeah,
like
No,
right
no,
in the world.
I
he
agree,
is-
I love
he is
him.
probably I'm talking here available players, top 3, top 5, easy.
Available. No, he's
Yeah.
got one. If he's available.
Which is,
He's
Got three.
I
who's
think-
better-
What do you
who's
mean?
better than him? That's available.
oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't know.
Osimhen. maybe.
Nah, he's not.
In
better
terms
than
of
him.
like
he's not better than him.
played at the
he's not better
top.
than him,
No, I'm not saying he's better as a
Even
footballer.
But
availability.
I know Isak can score Premier
In the
League
Premier
goals.
League,
Isak,
it's a different
and
truth.
Isak as well. He's at that sweet spot. You know, the age where you're coming to your prime.
All right,
it's
then.
like you go in United. You know, you were at that level.
Yeah.
You know?
Everything
So
is-
it doesn't matter
yeah.
if there's other centre backs there that were.
No, he'd be my
better.
first pick. But I'm just
Like-
saying about like it's like okay. So if Virgil van Dijk don't play for Liverpool, do they do what they're doing right now?
Yeah, because you got Salah, that scoring goal. I think long
Got
term.
more of a chance.
What? I think
Yeah,
they're giving
because
up.
you got more of a
Them
chance.
tight games. Tight games, they're losing. Hold on. When Van Dijk weren't in the team, Liverpool were
Yeah,
a
they were
myth.
rubbish.
100%.
But at the same time, you got to remember as well. Yeah, he adds extra
47 goals
extra
to take it
profile
away.
that Saliba doesn't have. So Virgil is the boss of that place. He is the main guy. I'm not saying
And the
Saliba
league,
isn't.
people- yeah, Saliba
but
doesn't have the
Saliba
rep,
doesn't
yeah.
have the same presence.
People
as
don't play
Virgil,
on the opposite.
bro.
People don't play on Gabriel because it's Saliba. Everyone tries to play on Kanute because
know.
of Virgil. which
Like I think for
is mad.
Virgil, he's a little bit of a different scenario.
But I still think Salah.
I'd go for Isak as well.
Yeah,
Just saying.
there's no. It's stress, man, because he's doing stuff. He's not Henry. We're not saying he's Henry, but you know. Listen, thank you very much for watching. It's been very insightful. Some arguments debatable, but I'm sure the comments are gonna let us know about that. But please keep on watching the channel, Joleon. It's been great having you on
We
today.
need to get you on more, man.
Yeah,
Seriously.
man, your experience, man,
Nuts.
invaluable, crazy, man. So thank you very much, and obviously we got the England squad that's going to be picked near enough soon, innit? So
Thursday.
Yeah.
Joel, man, I've got loads and loads of questions for you about England. You've worked with them, you've coached and everything, you've played, etc. But we'll do a special pod on that because I think it's important to have kind of your information, your insight. So we'll do that later on this week, guys. Make sure you stay tuned.
And we've got more content on this channel coming out. These interviews, bro.
Yeah, we got Yaya,
Yeah,
one
that's
of
all right.
one of Joleon's boys.
The guy,
Watch it, he's
man.
funny, man. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's good. He says some nice stuff. We've got Materazzi, World Cup winner. Jed Spence coming. Might be in England squad Thursday, but who knows? So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Yeah, big stuff.
And many more to come, by the way.
Yes. Thank you very much, guys. Joel Bayer, Rio Ferdinand, Joleon Lescott, signing out. Peace.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Rio Presents. Hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll be here every Monday throughout the season, so tell your mates and all get involved, man. If you've got a point you think we should be discussing or want to put us on the spot with a question you want answering, get in touch using the fans first at rioferdinandpresents.com email address or use hashtag RFP on social. Make sure you leave us a review and follow this Rio Ferdinand Presents feed and you'll never miss an episode. See ya on the next one.